Probably getting the data in a timely fashion so that you can make those decisions that you need to make, particularly when you're mining, like, pretty much as soon as you have the data, you have to be making the decision. So definitely making sure you get it in a timely fashion and that you can trust the data so that you can make those decisions that you need to.
For me personally, obviously data is a big one. Not only the volume of data, but also the quality of data. A lot of companies are collecting data right now, more and more data every day. The biggest challenge is probably how they're storing it, how they're collecting it, is it quality, and how they're using it. Are they able to use it? If they are using it, is it one data that they have high confidence in? Obviously, having poor quality data and using it to, say, build a model is probably not ideal.
We have so much data that, firstly, do we know the reliability of that data? We have so much data from an operational standpoint. Our challenge is just to try and take a look at that data, how to best present it, how to actually use that data properly and focus that.
I think probably the most important thing is using technology to help us get the data faster, getting it right into the system so that it doesn't have to go through a person through data capture. We just read it from whatever tool or technology we're using, put it right into the database and use it right away.
Honestly, because we have so much data that's stored on these little file-based systems, having things like database systems or management systems that allow us to put this data into an easily filterable system really helps that, because when I look and try and find files in our network, it's not very easy to filter it by certain information. So having it in these database systems or management systems really helps to save time.
It's twofold. One is it may add to the problem in some ways, in that there's so many different data types and ways to collect data, different types of sensors, different machines to collect data, analyze data, that type of thing. So it's creating a lot more different types of data, which maybe adds to the problem. But we are companies out there like ours that do help facilitate the use of that data. So maybe help you validate that data better so you have more confidence in it so you can make a smarter decision based on that data.
The data that you've gotten from however you're collecting it, as soon as possible, getting it potentially hooked up with other data from other sources, and making sure that you have the data that you need at that time to make the decision.
I'm definitely seeing customers interpreting and using the data and making smarter decisions in more in a timely way, I guess you could say. Having a system such as GymSuite allows you to capture data and quickly validate it and make quicker decisions. Especially nowadays with automation and sensor data coming in, you can automate that. So data could come in from a sensor in the field. It could automatically be imported into the database. If there's an error in that data, it could get flagged and corrected right away. If the data is not flagged, it's put into the database, and ultimately you can be making decisions on almost a real-time basis. So I think quicker decisions is an important thing as well.